I sat next to a woman on a flight to Paris last year who was traveling alone, reading an actual book, wearing no makeup, and looking completely at peace. Meanwhile, the woman across the aisle was stressed on her third airport purchase, juggling bags, checking her phone every 90 seconds, and complaining to anyone who'd listen about the delays. When we landed, I watched both women in the taxi line. The peaceful woman had one small carry-on, pulled out a pre-written address card in French, handed it to the driver, and settled in the back seat looking out the window like she had all the time in the world. The stressed woman had 3 check bags that took 10 minutes to arrive, no plan for getting to her hotel, and was frantically Googling best taxi service Paris while arguing with someone on the phone. Same destination, same flight, completely different experience of travel. Because wealthy women don't travel the way most women travel. They're not trying to see everything, photograph everything, or prove to Instagram they went somewhere. They travel with an entirely different set of priorities that makes every trip, whether it's a weekend getaway or a month abroad, feel restorative instead of exhausting. These 7 habits separate women who come back from travel more depleted than when they left, from women who come back genuinely renewed, with stories that matter and experiences that stick. If you're ready to stop treating travel like a checklist and start experiencing it like the wealthy do, subscribe now. Drop your city in the comments. I want to know where you're watching from. Welcome back to our channel. Habit number 7, they never pack more than a carry-on, even for 2 weeks. Let's start with the habit that sounds impossible until you understand the philosophy behind it. Wealthy women travel with 1 carry-on bag, always, even for 14-day trips, even for multiple climates. Not because they're minimalists by nature, because they understand that luggage is a liability. Checked bags get lost, take time at baggage claim, slow you down, create stress, and force you to drag weight through airports and hotels. A carry-on means you're mobile, you're not waiting, you're not worried about lost luggage, and you're forced to bring only what genuinely matters. The method: they build a travel capsule wardrobe in 1 color palette, usually neutrals, where every piece works with every other piece. 7 items of clothing can create 14 outfits if they all coordinate. They wear their bulkiest items on the plane: coat, boots, heavy sweater. They pack lightweight layers. They plan to do laundry once mid-trip if needed. Hotels will wash and press for $20 to $40. A consultant who travels internationally monthly said she used to check bags and spend the first hour of every trip stressed about baggage claim. When she forced herself to carry on only, she said the stress disappeared. She walks off the plane, straight to taxi or train, and starts her trip immediately. The freedom of traveling light is worth more than having outfit options you won't wear anyway. Quick note: we recommend products and tools across all our videos, and instead of searching through comments or spending hours on Amazon, we've organized everything in our storefront. It's grouped by category with direct links to what we actually use and trust. The link's in the description if that's helpful. Now let's continue. Habit number 6, they spend more money on fewer experiences, never seeing everything. Wealthy women don't try to see 10 cities in 7 days or hit every tourist site in a destination. They choose 1 or 2 experiences per day maximum, and they spend real money and real time on those experiences instead of rushing through free or cheap options. Instead of a $15 group walking tour with 40 people, they book a $150 private guide for 2 hours. Instead of trying 5 mediocre restaurants, they research 1 exceptional restaurant and make a reservation weeks in advance. Instead of seeing 12 museums in 3 days, they spend a full morning at 1 museum with a guide who explains context. Why? Because rush travel creates no memories. You see everything and remember nothing. But when you slow down, spend time, invest money in quality over quantity, those experiences actually embed in your memory. Research from Cornell found that people who had fewer, higher quality experiences on vacation reported significantly higher long-term satisfaction than those who crammed their schedules with activities. One woman told me she used to try to maximize every trip, seeing as much as possible to get her money's worth. She'd come home exhausted with thousands of photos she never looked at. When she started limiting herself to 2 meaningful experiences per day and spending more on each, she said her travel memories became vivid, specific, lasting. She could tell you stories from trips 5 years ago because she was present for them instead of rushing through them. Habit number 5. They always book accommodations in residential neighborhoods, never tourist districts. This is the habit that changes where you stay and how you experience a place. Wealthy women don't stay in hotels near tourist attractions. They book apartments or small hotels in residential neighborhoods where locals actually live. Not because it's cheaper, often it's not, because tourist districts are performative. You're seeing the city's face for visitors, not the city itself. But when you stay in a residential area, you shop at the local bakery, you sit in the neighborhood cafe, you see how people actually live. The experience becomes immersive instead of transactional. They use Airbnb, Vrbo, or boutique hotels in residential areas. They look for neighborhoods with grocery stores, cafes, parks, places where life happens. In Paris, they stay in the 11th or 10th arrondissement, not the first, near the Eiffel Tower. In Rome, they stay in Trastevere or Monte, not near the Colosseum. In New York, they stay in the West Village or Fort Greene, not Times Square. A woman who's traveled to 60 countries said this habit transformed how she understands places. When I stayed in tourist areas, I saw landmarks. When I started staying in neighborhoods, I understood cities. I'd go back to the same cafe for coffee every morning. The barista would recognize me. I felt like I lived there, not like I was passing through. Habit number 4. They learn 10 essential phrases in the local language and use them constantly. Wealthy women don't expect everyone to speak English. Even when they know most people in a city do speak English, they learn basics in the local language and use them first. Not fluency. 10 phrases. Hello, please, thank you. Excuse me, I'm sorry, do you speak English? Where is? How much? This please. Goodbye. That's it. But using those 10 phrases changes how you're received. When you attempt the local language, even badly, locals soften, they appreciate the effort, they're more helpful, more patient, more likely to go out of their way for you. When you lead with English and expect accommodation, you're signaling, I'm a tourist, I'm entitled, cater to me. When you lead with their language, even just bonjour, parlez-vous anglais, you're signaling, I respect your culture, I'm trying, I know I'm a guest here. A study from the Journal of Cross-Cultural Psychology found that tourists who attempted local language phrases were rated as significantly more respectful and received better service than those who didn't, even when the quality of the attempt was poor. One woman said she used to feel resentful in countries where people seemed cold to her. When she started learning 10 phrases before every trip and using them consistently, she said the entire experience shifted. People smiled at me, they helped me, they treated me like a person, not a tourist. It was 10 phrases. It took 20 minutes to learn. Download Duolingo or use YouTube. Learn your 10 phrases. Use them first, always. Habit number 3. They arrive 2 days early and leave 1 day late, never rushing. This is the habit that eliminates 90% of travel stress. Wealthy women build buffer time into every trip. They arrive at their destination 2 days before they need to be there for the wedding, the conference, the event, and they leave 1 day after it ends. Why? Because travel delays happen. Flights get canceled, luggage gets lost, bodies need time to adjust to new time zones and climates. When you arrive the day before you need to be somewhere, you're stressed the entire journey. One delay ruins everything. But when you arrive 2 days early, delays are inconveniences, not disasters. You have time to settle, to sleep, to acclimate. You can explore the city before your obligation starts. You're rested and present instead of frazzled and jet-lagged. And leaving 1 day late means you don't end your trip with a 6 a.m. flight that makes you rush checkout and arrive home destroyed. You can have a leisurely final morning, one last cafe, one last walk. The trip ends gracefully instead of abruptly. Yes, this costs more. Extra hotel nights, more time off work. But the reduction in stress and the improvement in experience is worth infinitely more than the additional cost. A photographer who travels for work said she used to book the tightest possible schedule to save money. She was constantly stressed, constantly late, and came home needing a vacation from her vacation. When she started building in 2-day buffers, she said travel stopped feeling like something she had to survive and started feeling like something she enjoyed. Habit number 2, they disconnect completely for the first 24 hours. No phone, no email, no posting. This is the discipline that almost no one has, but changes everything. For the first 24 hours after arriving at a destination, wealthy women do not check email, do not post on social media, do not tell anyone where they are or what they're doing. They're fully present. They walk without documenting. They eat without photographing. They experience without performing. Because the first day in a new place is when you're most open, most aware, most able to absorb. And if you spend that day on your phone, managing work emails or curating Instagram posts, you lose the magic of arrival. After 24 hours of full immersion, they reconnect if needed. But that first day is sacred, protected, completely offline. This is incredibly hard. FOMO is real, the urge to share is powerful. But the women who do this report that their first day in a new place is always their most memorable because they were completely there for it. One executive said she used to post arrival photos immediately, check work emails just to make sure nothing was on fire, and essentially never leave work mode. When she started enforcing a 24-hour blackout, she said she finally understood what people meant by travel changes you. I wasn't just moving my body to a new location and bringing my old life with me. I was actually experiencing something new. Turn off work email notifications. Tell people you'll be unreachable for the first day. Put your phone in airplane mode except for maps. Be where you are. Habit number 1, they travel to learn one specific thing, never just to relax. And here's number 1, the mindset shift that transforms travel from vacation to education. Wealthy women don't travel just to relax or get away. They travel with a learning objective. They go to 𝐤𝐮𝐸 to understand French culinary technique. They go to Kyoto to study Japanese tea ceremony. They go to Florence to see Renaissance art in context. They go to Iceland to understand geothermal energy and volcanic landscapes. Every trip has a theme, a question they're trying to answer, a skill they're trying to understand, a subject they're diving deeper into. This doesn't mean the trip is academic or stressful. It means it's intentional. And intentionality creates meaning. When you travel to learn something specific, you're not wandering aimlessly, hoping to stumble onto good experiences. You're seeking, you're curious, you're engaged. And that engagement makes everything more memorable. You're not just eating pasta in Rome. You're taking a pasta making class to understand the technique. You're not just looking at temples in Thailand. You're spending a day with a monk learning about Buddhist philosophy. You're not just hiking in Patagonia. You're learning about glacial formation and climate impact. The learning doesn't have to be formal, but the intention creates structure and depth that just relaxing never does. A venture capitalist who travels constantly said this changed her entire relationship with travel. I used to go places and feel like I'd checked them off a list. Now I go places to learn something specific. And I come back changed, not just rested, but actually different because I understand something I didn't understand before. Before you book a trip, ask, what do I want to learn there? What question am I trying to answer? What will I understand after this trip that I don't understand now? That question transforms tourism into education. And education sticks in a way relaxation never does. So those are the 7 travel habits, and here's what connects them. Wealthy women treat travel as education and experience, not as escape or performance. They pack light, move slowly, spend intentionally, stay in real neighborhoods, respect local culture, protect their arrival, and travel with purpose. And because of that, they come back from trips genuinely changed. Richer in stories, deeper in understanding, more connected to the world. Instead of just more tired with a camera full of photos they'll never look at again. Here's your assignment. Before your next trip, whether it's next month or next year, choose 3 habits from this list and plan your trip around them. Book accommodations in a residential neighborhood. Learn 10 phrases in the local language. Decide what you want to learn while you're there. Then after your trip, come back and comment, trip to destination, habit, and tell us if the experience felt different than your previous trips. Because it will. And once you travel this way, you won't want to go back. If this changed how you think about travel, we've built 3 complete series. The Rich Women's Habits series, breaking down what wealthy women do across every area of life. The Hygiene Habits for Elegant Women series, covering invisible details that signal refinement. And the Quiet Luxury Items Every Woman Should Own series, for building a wardrobe that works without effort. All 3 playlists are in the description, designed to work together. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you're there when the next video drops. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.